If this video gets 10,000 likes, I don't know how you guys have done it because my videos never get this many likes, but you've smashed through 10,000 likes in under 24 hours and it's already got 12,000 likes, so... Hi, and welcome to another episode of Watching Me Watch Films. I did this with the Toy Story films a while back and it was the easiest video I've ever made, so I decided why not do it with the Harry Potter films. It's just past 11 o'clock right now and I don't think this is going to take more than 17, 18 hours, so feels doable. And yeah, I've got the film on DVD right here, so yeah, I'm just gonna play movie. While I don't have as strong a connection to these films as I do the books, I do have to admit that I don't think anything defines the 2000s in the way these movies do. Like, I don't know, just the way they're filmed, the way the music's written. I know they take place in the 90s, but they just are 2000s movies. Like, 2000, 2010, that's the Harry Potter era, in my opinion. Daniel Radcliffe's acting still has a bit of work to do in this film, but yeah, I can't be a wizard, I'm just Harry. It's so clear he's reading it off a script. But, you know, he's only 11, to be fair. I don't know if I'm really late to this and if it's ever said, but I never noticed that Quirrell doesn't shake Harry's hand when he meets him there. Because, like, Harry would kill him if he touched him. The boy who lived. I don't want to nitpick, but what is the point of the ties they have to wear for approximately, like, 2 hours before they get sorted into their house? Like, do they just get these ties for the day and then never wear them again? So the magic in this film is truly starting. Unfortunately, they've also just made the first joke of Ron eating a lot, so yeah.
That was bloody brilliant.
Oh, thank you for that assessment, Mr. Weasley.
McGonagall is the best character, and if you don't believe that, you're wrong, I'm sorry. Thank you for that assessment, Mr. Weasley. First thoughts here is that I definitely prefer the more serious films, because I don't know, it's a good place to start with, like, the Philosopher's Stone and Chamber of Secrets from, like, a storytelling perspective, but I don't know, they're not as good. The troll looks so bad, it hasn't survived the test of time. I'm sorry. The Quidditch as well. I'm really glad CGI improved in later years, because this would not have held up with the test of time if all the films looked like this. It's a shame they don't follow up on any of Norberta's storyline in the films. I don't know, I wish there was more to it. Like, there's all that setup and then nothing comes of it. This video might just end up being me saying, oh, the books were better for like 20 minutes straight, but they really did underuse Firenze in the film as well. Like, he appears briefly and that's it. It makes me sad. Why would they lock Fluffy up in a room where you can use Alohomora? It makes no sense. Also, don't tell anyone, but the tasks are too easy if 3 11-year-olds can solve them. Like, we know there is such thing as hard tasks since we see the Triwizard Tournament, but no, apparently if you want to get to a Philosopher's Stone, make it easy. Harry violently murders one of his teachers. I still don't get why he was so afraid of killing Voldemort later in the series. Like, it's not something you've never done before, mate. And just like that, Dumbledore confirms his status as a complete and absolute biased. Onto the Chamber of Secrets. I love the music, but I really don't think I can use it because the last time I did this, it all got copyright claimed. Anyway, I made myself a bagel because it's lunchtime, so yeah. 2 films in. Well, 1 film in technically, but yeah, we're getting there. Nearly, kind of, not even. I love how polite Harry is. It, like, epitomizes British culture for him to go, I want to apologize, but this just isn't a great time for me to have a house elf in my bedroom. So, McGonagall is the best character in Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. There's no questioning that. But Arthur Weasley, introduced in the Chamber of Secrets, strong second place. It's a good thing the place Diagon Alley, the place Harry accidentally went to, was conveniently just down the road from Diagon Alley. Like, really, really convenient, I'm not gonna lie. Like, what if it took him to a place in Brazil or something? What does he do then?
He's just fainted.
Yes, well, just leave him there.
I didn't remember that. She just left Neville on the floor. I love how pretty much every spell is made up of, like, Latin words, and then there's just one spell called Eat Slugs, which makes you throw up slugs. It's so bizarre. The Harry and Malfoy duel in this film only makes me regret that they didn't make them have another duel in the Deathly Hallows Part 1 where Harry became the master of Draco's wand. Like, it's such a missed opportunity. Also, Harry's talking to snakes now. Nothing out of the ordinary, though. I know it's not that popular, but I'm actually a fan of Polyjuice Potion. I think it's a good idea, and I really enjoy the scenes where they use it, so yeah, I guess. Everything Gilderoy Lockhart says is funny. The Tom Riddle's diary scene is, without exaggeration, one of the best scenes in the series, and I am a sucker for flashback scenes, but I still love it, and I also remade it once, and I'm a bit of a pro, clearly. I forgot how many red herrings there were to who opened the Chamber of Secrets. Like, you have Draco, you have Hagrid, you have Percy Weasley in the books. You also have Harry, who can speak to snakes, and after all, it was just Ginny. Like, it's done really well. So Harry and Ron are just meeting Aragog. I don't have that much interesting to say, but it is getting dark, so I might have to turn the light on so you can actually see my face. If Voldemort was so desperate to get rid of his original name, why did he make his new name an anagram of it? It still doesn't make any sense to me. And did he also just forget the letters I, A, and M when making his new name? And had to write, I am Lord Voldemort? It doesn't make sense. I just don't get how Dumbledore hadn't worked out Voldemort created Horcruxes after this one. Like, it's so obvious at this point. Firstly, Harry inheriting his Parseltongue abilities. Secondly, Tom Riddle's diary. Like, what else could that have been? Thirdly, he should have worked it out at that point. I couldn't think of a third reason. He actually mutters Avada. He's about to say Avada Kedavra, the killing curse. He was actually willing to kill a child. It's time for the Prisoner of Azkaban! Sirius Black is about to be on my screen. It's a good time to be alive. Somehow, this is the only occasion in the entire story when Harry attacks one of the Dursleys. Like, if I was in his shoes, I would be attacking them all the time, and that made me sound really violent, didn't it? They're so rude to him. It's literally abuse. I don't know how he puts up with it. What'd you fell over for? The night bus scene in this film is something else. Like, obviously this film is amazingly shot, and the cinematography is just incredible, and the night bus epitomizes that, in my opinion. Cornelius Fudge is on my screen. I'm delighted. The Dementors are depicted so well in this film, and just in the films in general. I think they are done so well, like, much better than I ever pictured them. Yay, aggressive Dumbledore has arrived. You wouldn't believe my joy. Love the boy at the back who just isn't in any of the other films, but it's really important in this one for some reason. And I don't know what his character name is. I'm gonna look it up, one sec. His name is Bem, apparently. I don't know if he's in the books, but, no. He only appears in the films. That's why it's so random. Drapple! Hogwarts looks so good in this film, and all these shots of Harry riding Buckbeak. Oh, it's so well shot. There's a murderer in the castle. We can only do one thing. Make all the students sleep on the floor of the Great Hall while talking overly loudly about plot details that Harry should know about while he can hear. Convenient. Good news, guys. Quidditch looks good now. Like, I'm talking, it looks really good. I never know what to think about Harry seeing Peter Pettigrew on the Marauders map, because it's like one of those things they changed in the films that works, but like, I don't know why they felt the need to change it. Daniel Radcliffe's good in this film as well, you know. I gotta give him credit where it's due.
Hermione, no! He's not worth it.
Best line in the entire series. I really wish I could revisit these stories without knowing anything about them again and just like experience all the twists and turns knowing nothing, because it would be crazy. Didn't Lupin realize it was a full moon before he went out? Like, I feel like that's something you'd keep track of. Time turners! Yay! Dumbledore's stalling skills are literally incredible. Like, you ever seen anyone stall so well in their life? It's about to happen, the final scene of The Prisoner of Azkaban. One of the things that keeps me up at night is, I don't know how I'm going to explain to my kids that they actually ended The Prisoner of Azkaban like that. Wow, after all that build-up, I can't wait for the Quidditch World Cup. Where's Winky? Oh, I forgot that Beauxbaton was an all-girls school.
How did you put an end to the Goblet of Fire?
That's how I remember it happening in the books. Rita Skeeter's just been introduced. I can't wait until it gets revealed she was actually a beetle the entire time. Okay, while it may seem I've only complained so far this film, I have to admit, I do love the first task with the dragon. Like, it is really well done. It was made for film. Can't say as much for the other two. And the second one maybe, but Just ordered myself some food. Continuing on with Goblet of Fire. I don't want to be the one to say it, but they spent way too much time on the Yule Ball in this film, if I'm honest with you. Like, considering all the things they cut, they could have shortened the Yule Ball. This is going on forever.
It's not a bad place for a bar.
What?
No offense, but I really don't care about plants.
Harry really just stopped caring about what anyone else had to say to him in this one, didn't he? Where's Dobby? I love how Harry uses gillyweed, Cedric and Fleur use the bubblehead charm, and Victor Crumb's just like, you know what? I'm gonna be a shark for some reason. It upsets me that they didn't even try with the maze in the films. Like, you didn't have to include everything from the books, but at least some things. Like, come on, just the Sphinx. That's all I'm asking for. Fleur really was a failure, wasn't she? Like, I'd have rather she done okay, but Like, maybe she could have won something, but no, they like, literally just done her dirty. Cedric's dead. I kind of like him looking like that. Like, his face becomes too human-like. Where are his red eyes? That's the whole point of him. How long would it have really taken to animate every scene involving Voldemort so his eyes were red? Can't have been that long. How did he get his wand back? Like, after the night at the Potters, surely it just was in the rubble in their house. Like, how did Wormtail ever get that? I guess we'll never know. This is where it really starts to get good. I'm feeling it. Oh yeah, I forgot. Cedric's dead. The only time they really use Veritaserum throughout the series is to interrogate Barty Crouch in this situation. Like, I feel like they didn't have to introduce it. Like, it could have been completely avoided, because it really is a plot hole that they don't use it more often. Mad-Eye Moody is actually Barty Crouch. Dumbledore does some long speech about Cedric, and then they all forget about it and say goodbye. On to the Order of the Phoenix! Dudley's back, and I'm living for it! Creature, 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 creature.
You mean, like a weapon?
No.
What weapon? He was looking for a prophecy. Voldemort in a suit. Umbridge has acted so well in these films. Like, she's exactly how I pictured her. Perfectly done. What an antagonist. Did I mention Luna's been introduced? I don't know if I'm just like slowly, gradually falling down this sofa as the films go on. I love it when they make jokes about Ron eating all the time. She actually gets the tape measure out. She actually gets the tape measure out. I'm so glad they brought Professor McGonagall back in this film, because she is hardly in the other two, and she actually stands up to Umbridge a bit, so, you know, really good part in this film. I've underrated it before, but it's actually quite good. They turned the longest book into a 5-minute montage. I still don't get how they did it, but they did it so well. There's nothing funnier than when Harry, Ron, and Hermione all start laughing together. Like, it's just the most awkward thing. Like, do they really get along in person? Because it doesn't seem like they do. I'm not sure I really like how Azkaban's depicted in the films. Like, that wasn't the whole point. It didn't have walls. Harry going into Snape's mind and, like, finding out his father was a bully is so powerful, like, and such an important scene. Because it really shows that not everyone's all good and all bad, and I think it's so important. And then it's followed up by this scene of Fred and George showing how they genuinely care and, like, showing they're actually good people. I don't know. It's 2 powerful scenes in a row. Groff and the Centaurs saved the day. What a satisfying ending.
I'm sorry, Professor. I must not tell lies.
Yes, I love it. Oh, yes, Harry. They really killed it with the action sequences at the end of this film. Like, it's a solid ending. You got the prophecy room, you got the bit with the veil, you got Voldemort and Dumbledore's duel. Like, what an ending to a film.
Nice one, James!
He said, nice one, James. It's so sad because, like, oh, and Sirius is dead. Oh my, the duel between Voldemort and Dumbledore looks so cool. And you know how, like, Dumbledore's duel with Grindelwald was considered the greatest duel of all time? Was that up until this duel happened, and then when this duel happened, it became the greatest duel of all time? I don't know if you can hear me, it's so loud right now. But, like, yeah, is this now the greatest duel of all time? I personally think it is. It's just turned 11, and the realization that I'm going to be going on well after 5 in the morning has truly sunk in, especially considering I put on the wrong disc. I just accidentally put the special features disc in rather than the main disc, and I want to die. Remember how the Death Eaters attacked and destroyed the Millennium Bridge in 1996? Same. I know they take place in the 90s, but they just are 2000s movies.
150? Give or take a few years?
150, give or take a few years. Joke free about Ron eating too much. Oh, it's so sad McGonagall only gets 1 scene in this film. Like, literally 1 scene. Honestly, watching the flashback scenes with Tom Riddle only makes me realize how much of a missed opportunity this movie was. It's my favorite book, and they go into 2 of his memories.
Shut it!
Oh, I forgot Ginny was in these films. And so it starts. Lavender and Won-Won. I just want to see Memories of Voldemort, not this. Is that too much to ask? Okay, I will admit Ron awkwardly sitting in between Harry and Ginny is funny. It's a shame it's going to be followed up with them burning the burrow, and, you know what, actually, I think I'm just going to take a tactical toilet break. Just back, and yeah, we're back at school, and it's Won-Won and Lavender again. Yay, I'm loving this so much. Ron breaks up with Lavender by saying the wrong name in his sleep. I'm not over it. This is so stupid. Honestly, I forgot the Half-Blood Prince book was even in the story. It's been disregarded for the last half an hour, and then they remembered they had to include it because it's literally called the Half-Blood Prince, so they brought it back, but...
Did you and Ginny do it then?
Every time. That is funny. That is a funny line. I'll give him credit. That is funny. I said it like 10 hours ago, and I'm gonna say it again. It shouldn't have taken Dumbledore this long to work out Tom Riddle was making Horcruxes. What, did he have to hear the word from him himself to know? I feel like it was pretty obvious. Dumbledore just apparated in Hogwarts. Yay. I've criticized his portrayal before, but in fairness, Michael Gambon's performance in this film is pretty good. Like, this is the one where Dumbledore has the biggest part, and I think he does a good job. Dumbledore's about to die.
Good evening, Draco.
It's about to happen. I'm honestly feeling tired now. Draco has the Dark Mark, apparently. And he's just become the Master of the Elder Wand. Oh, wow. It's all going down. Dumbledore's dead. I have a feeling the raising of the wands when someone dies is something specific to the films. That might be wrong, but it's a very nice touch, and I do like that a lot. It's almost 1:30, and I am on to the Deathly Hallows Part 1. Should be done by 6 AM at the rate I'm going. Should be done by 6 AM. I'm not forgiving you for cutting Dudley's redemption arc. This is a literal two-parter. You didn't need to cut anything. It's in the deleted scene. This scene is really funny when you stop to think about how it was filmed. And it was just Daniel Radcliffe playing himself, getting dressed over and over again. You know, I feel like I hate on this film purely because they cut out the creature scene, but the tone is set very well right from the start, and I do have to give them credit for that. I think this might be the film I haven't seen in the longest because I don't remember this that well. Like, a lot of things I thought were glossed over are actually gone into and explained, so I don't know. It's better than I remember.
Morning.
Creatures arrived on the scene. You already know what I'm going to say, but they left out his entire character arc! It's so easy to hate on Umbridge, but you've got to appreciate how good an antagonist she is. Like, the minute she's in the story, I'm enjoying it, because she is someone who's really dislikable. They're trying to destroy the locket right now, and not having much success. But Hermione said she knew the island. I am tired. Why does anyone even need to be wearing the locket at any given time, since they're not going anywhere? They're literally camping. Just leave it in the tent. Am I an idiot, or are they idiots? Watching all of these films in one day really makes you appreciate how much all of them have come along as actors throughout their childhood and as they became adults. Like, you know what? They've impressed me. In these final films, they're quite good. They're about to start dancing, so do you know what that means? Fast forward! Yeah, I'm fast forwarding for all this malarkey. Yep, they're done dancing now. Harry's fiddling with the snitch again. I gotta go to sleep 2 minutes earlier. Wow, Bathilda Bagshot is such a snake. I'm gonna start. It's 3 in the morning. What are you expecting me to say? Again, why does someone need to be wearing the locket at all times? Just put it on the ice. No one's gonna steal it. Dobby is here to save the day. Obviously, you know what's gonna happen, but...
Dobby's come to rescue Harry Potter, of course.
And that's how Harry became the Master of the Elder Wand. Very satisfying. Oh, that is a hard one. Dobby dying is hard. Yeah. Oh. We're on to the Deathly Hallows Part 2. It's nearly 4 in the morning. I don't want to be that guy, but the way the Gemino curse works, where everything they touch multiplies, isn't mathematically correct. Like, not even slightly. There's no way it should have ever stopped like that. Because they're still touching things. I love Aberforth, man. He is such a good character who just isn't in the books or films enough. I really hope he's in Fantastic Beasts a bit. I would rather it be like an origin story for him than Dumbledore. Albus Dumbledore, of course.
Shut up, Seamus.
I love that line. I don't feel like I've spoken about the music enough really since the start, but the music pretty much throughout Harry Potter is really good. And I just remembered, because I do really love the music in this film as well. They got that spot on, I'd say. McGonagall is back, and I'm living for it!
I'm not for her. I think it's about time I told her, since we'll probably both be dead by dawn.
That didn't feel forced at all. Watching all these films in one day and seeing all the characters grow up and how much they've changed over the course of, like, I imagine 10 years making these films, it's crazy. And especially Crabbe, he changed a lot in those 10 years. Only 2 more to go. Harry and the snake. Oh, I'm tired. Snape's dying. I don't even care. Like, Snape has to die for the plot to move forward, and it creates my favorite scene, and I'm excited. They've just arrived back at Hogwarts, and that's how they reveal Fred died. Same with Lupin. They decided to show Lavender's death, but not Fred and Lupin. Or Tonks, for that matter. Like, why? Why aren't you showing the important deaths? Wow. I love that. That is so good. The way Harry has to say goodbye to them because he thinks he's going to die for good, that's powerful. Like, I've just seen them grow up together, and that's gut-wrenching. Always. Oh man, it's so good. Okay, Harry's dead now. Neville is the true Gryffindor hero, and Harry's alive again. I just feel like I should mention. TV's going crazy at the moment. Neville has just killed Nagini, and they're about to go one last time. And I'm pretty sure Harry's gonna win, unless they've changed it since I last watched it. The epilogue's just playing now, but I'm gonna conclude this video. I genuinely believe Harry Potter is a true, like, once-in-a-lifetime story, and even just watching the films, it is incredible just to witness. I don't really think I've got much more else to say, so if you enjoyed this video, thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. I don't know how long this is gonna be, but I've been here for 18 hours, so if you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like, and you can subscribe to my channel by clicking here. You can watch another video by clicking here. You can check out my Patreon here and in the description down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. I'm done.